So we're here with Tony Bellew at Wembley Arena for the return of the Saint, George Groves. First of all, Tony, you're doing a bit of work for Sky tonight.
I am, mate. Yeah, I'm doing a bit of work for Sky. I always enjoy talking about boxing. You know, first and foremost, I am a boxing fan, and I do love the game. So it's a pleasure to be asked to come here and talk about something that I love.
And of course, George coming back after that loss to Carl Froch. What have you made of George, and how do you think he's going to do tonight?
I think he'll do okay. I think, you know, this is the perfect kind of comeback opponent. You know, Rabrasi, as his limitations have already been shown. So, you know, I do think it's a great fight to come back to for George. You know, it's one I see him winning. And there's a European title at stake, which is even better for him. So, you know, I'm looking forward to tonight, and I'm looking forward to the George Groves comeback show.
Definitely. And of course, European title at stake, but it's also an eliminator for the world title as well.
Yes, for the WBC title, you know, Anthony Dirrell holds that. Anthony Dirrell's a very, very good fighter. I wouldn't advise on George going straight in with Dirrell, you know, straight after Rabrasi. I think he should maybe take a couple more fights. But, you know, you don't know what George's mindset is and mind frame, you know, time scale on what he wants to do and who he wants to face. But, you know, for me, Anthony Dirrell is a really good fighter, very strong, very powerful, as we've seen when he won the world title from Saki Obika. So it all depends on how George looks tonight. You know, he's got a lot of demons he's facing tonight. He's coming up against, you know, a tried and tested foe, but at the same time, George is, you know, going to be walking into this place, and look what's opposite him, Wembley Stadium, and that's going to bring back an awful lot of memories, an awful lot of demons, and George has got to deal with that tonight. I'm pretty sure he will, but like I say, it's okay me saying he will. It's whether he can actually get over that and do it. I've been there and done it, and it's very, very hard to do.
And of course, next week over in Germany, a fellow Scouser is in action, Paul Smith against Arthur Abraham. How do you see that one going?
It's a hard fight. It is a hard fight, but I do believe, you know, Paul can maybe rough Arthur Abraham up and really give Arthur Abraham a really good tussle and a run for his money, because one thing that I think Arthur Abraham's going to be looking past is just how tough and how strong Paul Smith is. Paul's a really tough, rugged, determined fighter. And the thing about Paul is he's got an awful lot of experience under his belt. And, you know, there will be testing times for him in the fight, because Arthur Abraham really does punch hard. But, you know, I've got no problem envisioning Paul winning the world title. And, you know, and the thing is for me is getting the decision out there. That's a really big ask and a really tough ask. But if anyone can do it, Paul can. I really do believe that. So he's in with a shot. It's a big ask, but at the same time, it's one that he can pull off.
Definitely. And we mentioned Froch Groves earlier. You've got a rematch, another great domestic clash coming up against Nathan Cleverly. There's not a lot of love lost there. What can we expect from that bout?
Well, if he signs it and when he signs it, then you can expect fireworks. Simple as that. The best way of explaining this: I don't like him. I don't like anything about him. And once I get in a boxing ring, you know, I'm going to show that. I ain't losing 3 stone no more. And it's going to be very visible when the first time we come together. So, you know, let's hope an announcement's made next week, and let's hope he stops talking on Twitter and just signs the contract, because, you know, I'm signed up, I'm ready to go, I'm ready for action, and we go from here.
And of course, it was supposed to be happening in Sheffield on the undercard of Kell Brook's homecoming. It now looks like it's going to happen in Liverpool. Is that the case? Well,
the fact of the matter is, he signed the contract for Sheffield for us to fight in Sheffield in about 6 hours. It took weeks to sign a contract to fight in Liverpool, because, listen, I don't care where the fight takes place. It doesn't really bother me. Liverpool, yeah, that's great. Sheffield, didn't really bother me. But, you know, for some reason it bothers him where the fight takes place. So, you know, for that reason alone, we'll just have to sit tight and wait. But my career does not revolve around Nathan Cleverly. My career is based on winning a world title. And, you know, if I have to go through him to do that, then so be it. If I don't, it's not a big deal to me. I believe I'm good enough to win a world title at this weight, and like I say, I ain't losing 3 stone anymore, so that's also a nice thing to add to the game.
And I mean, after that bout then, what are you looking to achieve next year?
After we get through that bout,
yeah.
I just want to fight for the world title. You know, speaking to Calais and Nisa here tonight, and I already know them guys anyway, and speaking to Eddie, who's my promoter, you know, we all want the hook fight. We all want to do it. I also like the Lebedev fight, if I'm totally honest as well. I believe I could beat Lebedev. I believe I could beat any of the world champions, I really do. Don't get me wrong, they're all fantastic world champions. You know, Hernandez is really good, but at the same time I feel like I can beat any of them. And at this weight, you know, I pack a punch, I can put people to sleep too, so we'll see.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much, Tony, and best of luck. Take care.